So yeah, today I'm going to do something unique. Instead of talking about Hindu mythology, I'm going to make Hindu mythology movies with stories, and we're going to see how that will be possible. This is part one, where I cover phase one. Highly recommended to watch the other videos that will be linked below. So let's continue. Let's start. As you can see here, we already have a sneak at all the other projects. Shouldn't have done that. So we have the Devas arc. This arc is basically the first 20 projects. Like as you can see, all these projects are like this. I just shadowed all the projects so that it will be new. We have the Devas arc. It has 20 movies and 4 shows. So let's see the projects in phase one. So first we have Vishnu the Preserver. This is the poster for Vishnu the Preserver. As I told you, this is the Devas arc as it focuses on various gods. And the first one to get a movie is Vishnu. So let's see what is the story of this movie. I won't cast any actors. The actors, people, the directors can decide. I'll just tell the story and how it will be possible. This should be released in 2028 if it's possible. So these are all the characters who appear. We have Vishnu himself, we have Jay and Vijaya, we have Brahma, we have the villains, Madhu and Kaitaba, we have Indra, we have Kalanemi, who is a secondary antagonist, we have Dhanu, who is another antagonist, we have Kashyap, we have Aditi, Diti appears in the post-credit scene along the post-credit scene of the movie. We also have Viprachitti and his wife Holika. As I told you, the Diti story will be in the post-credit scene. So it will start with Vishnu giving Vishnu was sleeping on Adisesha. Suddenly, a lotus came out of his navel. Brahma was born there. Then Vishnu also created Jaya and Vijaya to guard his gate. Vishnu and Brahma had a fight over who was superior. First, Brahma went into Vishnu's mind, and then Vishnu went into Brahma's mind. But when Brahma went into Vishnu's mind, Vishnu trapped him. That's why he came out of the lotus. Brahma created the Manasputra. As you can see, Manasputra means children of his mind. He created children from his mind. He created sage Marichi. He created sage Atri and sage Brigu. They're just the people who appear here. This guy, Marichi, had a son named Kashyap. Kashyap married many daughters of Daksha, who will appear in this phase. He married Aditi, Diti, Danu, and some others. Aditi is the mother of the gods, and Diti is the mother of the Danavas. The Danavas live in their home, the Rasatal Lok, and now they're very angry. It's actually not Rasatal Lok, it's Mahatal Lok. The Danavas live in Mahatal Lok, and they don't know what to do about the gods who happily live in Swargalok. But then suddenly Madhu and Kaitaba rise among the ranks, and soon they become Viprachitti, the king of the Asura of the Danavas, promotes them to emperors. Yep, the king promotes his own generals into emperors. Now Madhu and Kaitaba, the emperors of the Danavas, quickly seize control, tell what the Danavas what to do. Hayagriva is also among these Danavas. Kalanemi is a top general. Viprachitti is one of the kings. Holika is one of the queens. This Danu is the queen, is the empress mother, empress dowager. Kalanemi, he is the general, commander in chief. Hayagriva is simply another king, Danava king. So the Danavas under Madhu and Kaitava's leadership go to Swarga Lok, but they lose. Then Madhu and Kaitava get an idea. They just steal the Vedas from Lord Brahma. Vedas are created by him in order to guide the world. And then they destroy the gods. And then the gods, specifically in this movie, Indra, Agni, Vayu, and Varuna approach Lord Vishnu and Vaikuntha. And then Vishnu gets an idea of what to do. He goes through Loka after Loka, recruiting more and more people to help him find the Vedas. We already have these four gods. He goes to Janalok. He also goes to Bhuvalok, where he finds Surya and Chandra, who agree to help. So the final battle happens in Satyaloka, where Vishnu finally found Madhu and Kaitava, who were hiding here. He kills Madhu and Kaitaba. He also kills Kalanemi, and then Viprachitti, Polika, and Hayagriva all escape. Now the gods have heaven. That's the first movie plot. Then we have Shiva the ascetic, which is the second movie, which is about Shiva. First, a lingam spawns out of nowhere, and Brahma and Vishnu decide to find who is more superior, so they go to the top and bottom respectively. So now Brahma goes to the top, and then he finds a Ketaki flower, not at the top, it falls down, and he thinks he found the top, and then he tells that to Vishnu. And then Shiva, who was witness to all of it, enraged, curses Brahma. So, I mean, not Brahma, the Ketaki flower. So that it will be unholy. And then Vishnu promises to get 100,008 lotuses, but he only finds 100,007. And so he sacrifices I. Shiva, very pleased, gives him the Sudarshana Chakra. And then Shiva also does the Tandavam dance to kill a demon named Apsabara. Shiva also releases the Ganga water for Bhagiratha. Bhagiratha's ancestors were cursed by Kapila. That all happens so in the Shiva movie. Then we have Brahma, the creator. We already saw him giving birth to the Manas Putras, but there's more. Daksha, one of the Manas Putras, had a beautiful wife named Prasuti. Together, they had a set of sons called the Shavyasvas. But Narada told him to give up on worldly life. The Daksha told him, marry someone, but he says, no, no. And he entitles them with spiritual knowledge. And then Daksha threatens to curse Narada, but Brahma stops him. And then the same cycle repeats. Daksha and Prasuti's other group, Haryashvas, are sent to find wives. And Narada this time tells them to get moksha or get liberation from the world by killing themselves. This time the words of Brahma does not convince Daksha. He curses Narada that you will not have a permanent location. You will roam around the world. Meanwhile, Brahma is doing the yajna, but Saraswati arrived late. So he did the yajna with Gayatri Devi. Saraswati Devi, enraged, cursed Brahma. No one will ever worship you. People will only worship you at Pushkar. Meanwhile, Brahma was getting arrogant and taunted Shiva on his origins. Bhairava, another avatar of Shiva, cuts Brahma's fifth head. Now we have the fourth movie, Indra the Thunderer. It all begins with Indra and Varuna disagreeing over who is the real king. Brahma chooses Indra to lead the god. But then a dragon called Vritra comes and takes over heaven. Indra goes on a quest to Darichi's ashram and asks Darichi to give up his bones to make the Vajra weapon. But Sage Darichi also said, I will do it, but under one condition. And then he enlightens Indra, saying that you should be a good king, that you should never give up on your people. And then Indra, after Sage Darichi's bones are taken, he meets his friends, his pets, his dog Sarama and his eagle Suparna. So Indra goes to Vishwakarma, the celestial architect, and he makes the Vajra. Then he finally goes to war with Vritra and kills Vritra. And now Indra is solidified as the king of the gods. Next, we have a show that is a companion piece to Indra. He's one of the Adityas. All the Adityas except Vamana do not get covered. Aryaman, Savitar. So episode 1 is Aryaman. Episode 2 is Savitar. Episode 3 is Mitra. Episode 4 is Amsha. Episode 5 is Pushan. Episode 6 is Bhaga. And episode 7 is Dhata. There are episodes on each of these Adityas. The other 5 will also get covered. We already saw Indra's movie. I already told you one of them is not getting covered. So that leaves with 4 more Adityas who will get covered in the rest of the phases. Now we have Sati, the eternal flame. Shakti was born as Sati, married to Shiva, and the daughter of Daksha. Sati and Shiva marry and happily have some peace. But then Sati goes to Yajna without her father's invitation. Her father humiliates her And then she goes into the Yagya fire. Yagya fire. Shiva, enraged and sad, sends his avatar Veerabhadra and his attendant Bhadrakali. Veerabhadra and Bhadrakali do what is told. They kill Daksha and ruin the Yagya. Daksha pleads for forgiveness, and with the aid of Brahma, he does get forgiveness. Luckily, Shiva won't be sad forever. There are three more movies coming soon. So that's phase one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Bye.